ट्रैवल किया था मंडी हाउस तक का, तो फिर एक मीटिंग में मेट्रो में बैठे-बैठे ऑनलाइन वेबिनार कर रही थी। वेबिनार नहीं था एक्चुअली, ये 4 लोगों के बीच में थी सिंगापुर के साथ, और आते से घर पे।
रेखा जी, इसमें जो युगांडा के साथ हमारी पहली वर्चुअल मीटिंग हुई थी, thereafter there was a physical meet at नोएडा। फिर उसमें
जी सर,
हाँ, उसमें आप लोगों ने कुछ निर्णय लिए थे, तो जब आप अपना इंट्रोडक्टरी वो देंगे रिमार्क, तो उसके अंदर उन सब चीजों का जिक्र जरूर करिएगा, क्योंकि वी मस्ट नो व्हाट इज द एग्जैक्ट पोजीशन टुडे, कि हम लोगों
सर अश्विनी जी ने बहुत अच्छा प्रिपरेशन कर लिया है। वो मुझसे बार-बार पूछ के फिर क्या हुआ था, फिर कौन-कौन था, सब उनकी तैयारी है पूरी तरह से।
एक मिनट रेखा जी, मैंने आपसे कहा था वो लेटर मुझे नहीं मिल पाया या मिनट्स ऑफ मीटिंग मुझे नहीं मिले, तो उस मीटिंग में क्योंकि ना तो मैं प्रेजेंट था ना मुझे मिनट्स ऑफ, तो उस मीटिंग में क्या हुआ, आप लोगों के क्या डिस्कशन हुए और क्या डिसीजन हुए, मैंने तो सिर्फ आपसे नाम ले लिया कि कौन-कौन लोग प्रेजेंट थे और उस दिन क्या मीटिंग हुई थी, है ना। इसके अलावा मेरे को बिल्कुल भी आइडिया नहीं है
जी,
तो वो आप ही प्रेजेंट कर दीजिए, वही
आपकी नहीं, आप पहले ना केवल ये अपना शुरुआती कर लीजिए, उसके बाद वैसे उन लोगों को सबको, क्योंकि सोफी भी है एम्बेसडर भी है, तो कोई ज्यादा वो नहीं है, वो कर लेंगे। हेलो मिस विनी, गुड आफ्टरनून। Your face is not clear.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay.
I learned from Sophie that you are planning to visit India. I'm very excited.
Yes, indeed. Sorry, I was late. I was just winding up an earlier meeting. So I hope that we will have a good deliberation. I hope I'm not too late and we'll be able to catch up on the...
No, it's perfect. It's perfect, no problem. Can we start, Sophie?
Yes, please.
Hello, Sophie. Good to see you.
Hello. Good to see you.
I'm going to mute a little bit while I call Joyce from the embassy to join us, from the Uganda High Commission in Uganda, for Ministry of Foreign Affairs to join us, yeah?
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Shall we wait for him or her?
Yeah.
Yes, let me just quickly make the call.
Right. Okay.
So, how many are called from our side, Rekha ji? Mr.
राजीव जी को मैं ज्यादा लोग नहीं है सर, केवल राजीव जी को मैंने बोला था के अलावा।
इसके अलावा राजीव जी को बोला।
Hello, Joyce. Good afternoon. This is Winnie.
राजेंद्र जी को बोल दिया था।
Are you joining?
वो तो खैर PSGT पे है ही राजेंद्र जी।
We are all waiting for you. Now.
राजीव जी को एक बार मैं कॉल कर लेती हूँ।
Okay, you'll join us, huh? Okay. Yvonne, is Peter going to join us? Yvonne, you're muted. Is Peter joining us or we are going without him?
Hello, everybody. I'm not sure, Winnie. I'm not sure about Peter.
Hello.
Namaste.
ज्योत्सना, राजीव जी को नहीं भेजा था?
Sure.
Can you kindly call Ricky? Call Ricky.
Okay, I think, Sophie, we are good to go. From the Uganda, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Joyce will join us. She suggests we start the meeting. From UIA, I shall be leading the SME the discussion. Yvonne will help us with the discussion in investment promotion and development. I will be leading the discussion on SME development in the area. So we can start. Thank you.
Okay.
Shall we start now?
Ashwini,
Yes, please.
yeah, Ashwini ji, start kar lijiye.
Okay. On behalf of Indian Industries Association, I welcome you all from Uganda and the representatives from India, Ms. Sophie, Ms. Vinny, Ambassador Kazali Mohammed, Yumbani, all are present here. I welcome you all. Our President, Mr. Pankaj Kumar, Senior Vice President, Mr. Manmohan Agrawal, our Secretary, Mr. Rajiv Bansal. I welcome you all. Our Deputy Director, Ms. Jyotsna is there. So friends, it's a very informal meeting, and above all, Ms. Rekha is organizing all these meetings, and so I welcome you all. It's a very informal meeting. First of all, I'd like to ask the people to please give a brief introduction of yours so that we can start meeting. Can I ask Ambassador to start first? Is he there?
Yeah, he is there.
But he's not listening or is not responding.
I can check on him. I can check on him.
Miss Vinny, can you start, please?
One other person is joining us, the Deputy Director for Investment Facilitation. Martin is getting ready to join us. Yes. Hello?
Yes.
Mr. Shawani, you were saying
Yes,
something,
yes.
Miss Winnie?
I was asking you to start the introduction. First of all, we should introduce each other, and then we'll start meeting.
Okay. My name is Winnie Lawokolwe, and I'm the Director for SMEs on Science and Technology and Innovation. In the section, our mandate as a division is to facilitate SMEs for investment. Under UIA, we are implementing the NDP3, and we know that India has a great opportunity for our SMEs in terms of technology transfer, refocusing commercialization within the agricultural sector, and thereafter uptake of mechanizations to improve manufacturing and processing. So I'm extremely happy to be part of this engagement, and I look forward to hearing what we can do as a team.
Thank you, Ms. Winnie.
We will ask Yvonne.
Will you please introduce yourself?
Hello, namaste, everybody. My name is Yvonne Munabi. I work with the Investment Promotion Division in Uganda Investment Authority, and specifically in charge of foreign investors from India. Our interest in investment from India is mainly in manufacturing in various sectors, and we have had a long history of engagement with investors from India. So would like to see and understand how else we can facilitate and promote investment from India. Thank you.
Thank you. Ambassador was here, but he's again not visible. And I think Sophie is busy on phone.
Sophie, is available for talking to us?
Yes. Hello.
Yes, he has come.
Yes.
Welcome,
Good afternoon,
welcome, Ambassador.
Ambassador.
I welcome you on behalf of Indian Industries Association. So we are introducing each other. I request you to please give your.
Can you hear me?
It's a formality only, but please give a very brief introduction of yours.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
We need to do so, I think.
Hello, Mr. Chairman. Hello? Can you hear me?
You are unmuted here.
Again, you are unmuted.
Sophie,
Hello?
Hello.
This is Ambassador Kezara. Can you hear me?
Sophie, please
Okay,
mute
this is
yourself.
Ambassador Kezara. I'm the deputy head of
So,
Uganda High Commission, New Delhi.
his voice is not clear.
I was still introducing myself. This is Ambassador Kezara. I'm the deputy head of mission. It's nice having this virtual meeting, much as it is informal, as we earlier on stated. But it's part of the series of meetings we've been holding in Noida and virtually and here at the embassy. We hope to have a lively interaction today, this evening, as we prepare and plan to bring the two communities together, most especially in respect of the trip we are expecting from India to the land. Nice being here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. Ms. Sophie.
Hello.
Yes. Now you are audible.
Yes, Virungi Sophie is my name. I work with Uganda High Commission. I'm officer in charge of commercial diplomacy. I'm happy to meet you this afternoon. Namaste.
We also have Mrs. Joyce Onek from Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Maybe we could have her to introduce.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Joyce Onek. I'm from Ministry of Foreign Affairs in charge of international economic cooperation. I'm happy to be in this room.
Ashwini ji, introduction तो almost हो ही गया, and सबसे
Jyotsna,
कर लीजिए.
नहीं,
The name of the guest. please invite them for the introduction.
Mr. Shawan, we also have Martin Mohanji from UIA who has also just joined us.
Now I would like to request President IIA.
Yeah, Mr. Mohangi is giving his introduction. Ashwani ji?
Mr. Mohangi, yes, please. Actually, he was not visible, so I just switched to you.
But it is
good morning and good afternoon, everybody. My name is Martin Mohanji, and I'm a deputy director of an investment promotion of Uganda.
Mute karo yaar. जब जो कोई बोल रहा है ना उसी को
unmute and glad meeting you all.
Mr. Chairman, can we request that people who are not talking can mute, because there's a lot of feedback and we cannot hear properly. So if we are not talking, if we could mute.
It's on the table. It's on the table. The charger.
Ashwani ji, aage.
Maybe we can ask Rahma to mute everybody except the speakers so that we can hear.
They have muted everybody. Speakers can unmute themselves and talk.
Okay. So now I request our President, Mr. Pankaj Kumar, to please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Ashwani ji. And very good afternoon to all of you. Our guests from Uganda and my friends. I am Pankaj Kumar. I am National President of Indian Industries Association. And I welcome all of you here, Honorable Ambassador and other dignitaries, other friends from Uganda who are, in today's discussion. It is informal discussion, but since last 2 meetings, we have been, deliberating a lot in to maintain the relationship between Uganda and India. We are MSMEs. IIA is apex body of micro, small and medium enterprises in India, and we are looking after the bilateral relationship with Uganda. Of course, the things have already been given to you. So this is my introduction. I am running my own industry, transformer industry, electrical transformer, which used in distribution transformers. And I am very near to Delhi. This is my brief introduction. Thank you.
Thank you, President sir. Now I request our Senior Vice President, Mr. Manmohan Agrawal. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Mr. Ashwani. Myself, I am Manmohan Agarwal, and I am running my pigment manufacturing unit in Lucknow, the name of Manali Pigments Private Limited. At present, I am looking after this work in IIA as a Senior Vice President, and we are really very glad to have the friends from Uganda, and thank you everybody.
Thank you, Manmohanji. Now I request Mr. Rajiv Bansal, National Secretary, Indian Industries Association. You are muted, Mr. Rajiv.
Hello, everybody. Good evening to all my friends from India and good afternoon to those from Uganda. Well, I am currently National Secretary in Indian Industries Association. As far as my business goes, I am into textiles and ready-made garments manufacturing and exporting all over the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rajiv. Ms. Rekha, though you are known to everybody here present, but as a formality, may I request you to please introduce yourself?
Good afternoon to everyone. I'm very happy that to do something and let connect our SMEs on at one platform. And I think my dream is coming true very soon. Vinny said that we are going to have a delegation from Uganda to India, or India to Uganda. So my name is Rekha Sharma. I am an international trade and investment advisor. Apart from that, I am having two companies. One is in organic skincare, hair care, and tea infusions, and other one is into infrastructure. So it's best that let's talk. Let give time to our authorities, from Miss Winnie from Uganda and our president and senior vice president from IIA, to discuss the further plan of action, what we are going to do, what we are thinking, and how we are planning to handhold each other. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Rekha. Ms. Jyotsna, please, I request you to please introduce yourself.
Hello all, good evening. This is Jyotsna this side. I have joined IA as Deputy Director, and I welcome you all for this informal discussion. That's it from my side.
Thank you, Ms. Jyotsna. And now it's me, I'm Ashwini Khandelwal. I'm National General Secretary, Indian Industries Association. And my industry is we are manufacturing electrical panels, and we do all type of automation system. It's my introduction. And friends, we have come all together to a long way. Our first meeting, it was a virtual meeting, was held on 29th September 2020. It was held between Embassy of Uganda in India, as India-Uganda Trade and Investment Connect. In this meeting, the prominent speakers were High Commission of Uganda to India, Her Excellency Ms. Grace Ekelo, Acting Commissioner for External Trade, Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperative, Mr. Muthunga Emmanuel, Director SME, Director SME, Technology and Innovation, Uganda Investment Authority, Ms. Winnie Lawoko Ole, who is also present today, and then President of Uganda National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Ms. Ole Kigongo, and Deputy Director, Federation of Indian Export Organization, Mr. Dhananjay Sharma. And on our part, it was presided by our President, Mr. Pankaj Gupta. So it was the first meeting. And then the second meeting on 29th, it was held on 28th of November 2020. It was a seminar held at Noida. It was Uganda-India Investment Trade Connect at Hotel Radisson Blu. From the Uganda, Ambassador Kazele Mohammed, who is also present today, were present in the meeting, and Ms. Sophie, who is also present today, was also present in the meeting. From the Indian Industries Association, Mr. Kulmani Gupta, Chairman, Noida Chapter, Mr. Visharat Gautam, Chairman, Greater Noida Chapter, Mr. Manoj Kumar, Chairman, Ghaziabad Chapter, were present from the side of Indian Industries Association. After that, it was 12th December 2020, a group meeting at Uganda Embassy. And it was led by Mr. Rajiv Bansal, who is present here today, our National Secretary, and Ms. Rekha Sharma, who is also who is organizing all these meetings present here, co-chairperson, International Affairs and Export-Import Committee, and approximately 10 members from Indian Industries Association were present in the meeting. So, friends, it was a brief introduction of our meetings, what we have done, and up to what extent we have come together. I request Mr. Rajiv Bansal. Sorry, first of all, I request our President, Mr. Pankaj Kumar, for some opening remark. So,
bring a small table.
we start the meeting with
bring it.
Mr. Pankaj Kumar.
Very good afternoon to everyone. I am so glad to welcome all of you on behalf of Indian Industries Association. Friends, as our General Secretary has briefed all the activities to date, so we are very much involved in the activities to come together with Uganda and Ugandan, all senior persons. So this is the, in connection with this, you can say, relationship, we are trying to make more and more interaction with you people. Our friends, our entrepreneurs from MSME, they want a new place to do this business and to make new way to increase the export and also import from your country. To your country, we will try to export those things which are not available there, and we are making a lot of plenty, and some of the items and some of the commodities which are available there, it can be import from your country. So in this way, the bilateral relationship can be improved. We know very well since long we have a very good relationship with Uganda. Now we want to increase the relationship with Uganda country also in business and in trade relationship also. So today's deliberation and interaction with all of you is to increase how we will go ahead to improve the business and export import. Of course, in both the countries, MSMEs are doing very well. In India, we have a lot of incentives, lot of encouragement from the government. Our government is giving a lot of information about the things which are mainly which are available, and export, to promote the export. In fact, we are trying our hard. Our MSME is always it is connected with big large industries also. We are supplying to them directly or indirectly. Now we should export directly also, and we should import directly also. So MSME is such sector in India which has lot of contribution in GDP, in employment, generating employment, and the things which are needed in the economy to improve the country, to improve the economy of the country. We are contributing in all the sectors. Export is one of the sectors, one of the area where we are doing a lot. So with this, I again welcome all of you, and our talk can be started without wasting much time. So this, as per the agenda, as per your requirement, this talk should go on. And I extremely happy to know that our delegation is also going to Uganda from IIA, and Ugandan delegation is also trying to come to India. We will welcome and hospitality and other things we will definitely give you as per the Indian culture. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, President sir. Now I request Senior Vice President, Mr. Manmohan Agarwal, for his brief statement.
Thank you, Mr. Ashwini. First of all, I would like to welcome the participants from Uganda, the Ambassador, Mr. Kezala, and Miss Winnie, Miss Sophie, and Miss Munabi, and other participants from Uganda. It is really a great opportunity for the Indians to have a business with Uganda. And as in earlier presentations in meetings, I also put some points that what are the opportunities and challenges to have the business with Uganda. As I told earlier, there are so many opportunities in Uganda for the Indians to start the business, because as I told, there is a lot of availability of the water in Uganda. So we can have the such a product to start from Uganda, and just like cultivation of paddy and so many other products which we can have there in Uganda, then have the value addition there by putting the plants there in Uganda, and then from Uganda we can export to other countries. So in that way there is a benefit for both, win-win situation for Uganda and for Indian counterpart also. And similarly, we can have a lot of products which we can import from Uganda, which is a natural product which is not available everywhere, which is the, you can say, unique product from Uganda. And in that way the business can be more in Uganda, and we can get the product being manufactured from that country. So in that way there is a lot of opportunities. Now and we have to how to move further and how to start this process. That is very important, because if we are going on talking and discussing and having meetings, that will not give results. So if we are result oriented, then we will have to move further. For this a process of delegates, exchange of delegates from India and from Uganda is a good process. So I think a few days back, Ms. Rekha told that a delegation from Uganda is coming to India. It is really, we all welcome from IIA also, that if we get this opportunity to have the discussion from the Uganda counterparts, then definitely it is a good opportunity. And then definitely our Indian manufacturers or Indian businessmen will definitely go as a delegates to Uganda and find out the possibilities and explore the opportunities there in Uganda. And definitely in that way it will start. Also, one suggestion I have given in last webinar, that if an association or an embassy can have a start this help desk, we can have the desk here in Indian Industries Association for the Uganda businessmen, and Ugandan part also should have the this type of help desk in their country, so that our businessmen should get all the informations how to start the business in Uganda, what are the bottlenecks and what are the opportunities. So in that way, both ways we have to do something. So exchange of delegates, and second, the help desk. These two things will definitely help each other to start the business. Now I will ask my friends from Uganda what they want and how they want to proceed. That we also want to listen that one also. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Manmohan. Now I request Mr. Rajiv, as you were also present there in the meeting at Embassy of Uganda. So please brief what was the decisions or discussions you had there.
Thank you, Ashwini ji. Well, I'll not take too long because we've already passed more than half an hour introducing each other. Well, during that meeting, Me, along with Rekhaji and a few industry members of Indian Industries Association close to the Delhi region were present, and we had a very fruitful discussion as to how can we go further in our partnership with the MSMEs of Uganda. Now, I feel there could be three possibilities. One, as the Ugandan people have been saying here, they are looking for investment by the Indian entrepreneurs in Uganda, for which probably we are planning our trip in the coming days, where will they actually go and see the infrastructure available, the facilities available, and how can they plan their investments. Second can be the imports from Uganda into India. So for that, we would request the trade associations of Uganda to provide us some database as what is being produced in Uganda, and the Indian entrepreneurs here would explore what they can import into India, and vice versa is the third one, what we can export from India to Uganda. As far as the database of India is concerned, I'm sure the Uganda Trade Commissions here would agree that India is probably producing and manufacturing almost everything. So Ugandan people can give us an insight what probably they feel they need in their country. So our entrepreneurs, our manufacturers here in India can get in touch with the Ugandan counterparts and explore the possibilities of export of those products into Uganda. So in my opinion, these three are the basic and important possibilities between the two countries. And we are sure and we are keen that Indian entrepreneurs and Indian industry here in India is looking forward to move ahead with the Ugandan partnership. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rajiv. Now I request Ms. Rekha to please conduct this meeting from here. And as you are very well aware, with these all our friends from Uganda, to start this meeting on their part, so they can suggest or they can tell what they require from people from India or and Indian Industry Association. So, Ms. Rekha, please do conduct.
Thank you very much, Ashwini ji. First of all, I would like to introduce all our Ugandan participants who are in this meeting. We welcome Mr. Martin Mahongi, Deputy Director, Investment Facilitation, Ms. Munavi, Investment Promotion Executive in charge of India, and Director SME, Ms. Vinay. Dear friends, as we were talking since last half an hour, that what we have done till now and what we are planning, what is our target, what we are planning to do. It is like how we can promote the bilateral trade and investment between the countries. As you know, there is very big trade deficit between India and Uganda. So although Uganda is producing many commodities, many agriculture produce, how we can bring them to India and how we can promote, bring the investment from India to Uganda for the manufacturing of machine tools, agriculture equipments, small equipments for the manufacturing, for the agriculture, for how we can bring the healthcare and pharma companies to Uganda. That is our motive of doing all these activities. So may I ask Ms. Vinny to take it further, and let's come to the point what we are going to do. What is your planning for coming to India, and who all will be coming, and what is your planning date? What is the date you are planning to come to India?
Thank you very much, Rekham. I probably want to request our ambassador to give the overview if he's in, and then myself and Martin will dive into the activities that we think will be prudent. I see the ambassador is here, and under his guidance, I thought he would say something about the pertinent issue areas that we discussed as a country, and then we will be able to go into more details of that. Ambassador?
Yeah, actually, I was thinking that he is the person who is going to who is the leader for this all the activity. So he must be conclude the what is next. What is
fair enough. Fair enough. On behalf of Uganda Investment Authority, may I first of all say that we are very excited about this engagement. India is high on the radar in terms of investment and promotion, investment FDI destinations. I'll quickly just talk about the next 5 years of Uganda's interest, which lies greatly in the areas of improving the country's position in terms of manufacturing and modernization of agriculture. We are delivering our programs under the NDP3, and as Uganda Investment Authority, we have highlighted 9 strategic areas of priority. The first is agro-industrialization. We have mineral development. We have tourism development, natural resources, environment, climate change, land and water management. We have the private sector development. We have manufacturing as a standalone from the, we believe that as we improve the agro-industrialization, then they become the critical need to manufacture the products that we produce. We are looking at sustainable energy development and looking at areas of renewable energy. I think India has a great strength in terms of renewable energies, and we could have a lot of technology transfer from there. We are also looking at sustainable urban and housing development. If you do realize that Uganda has now had new cities come on board, and as cities develop, we begin to spread out the urbanization of the country. And last but not least, we are looking at regional development. In terms of regional development, Uganda sits in a very strategic position in terms of developing within the, regionally developing ourselves to be able to supply to the Great Lakes region. We are well positioned in that. Now, when you come back to to what Uganda Investment Authority Code of Investment Code Act of 2019 looks at, we look at about 5 strategic areas, which is very important to us. One is promote, attract, and advocate and facilitate investors. That is what we are doing now, is one of the areas that we are looking at. We also have the areas to promote and encourage investment in new technologies, skills upgrading, and automation, which directly falls within my portfolio. Martin will talk a little about facilitating delegations like this. I think Mr. Rajiv did mention something to do with the help desk. I can give comfort there that Uganda Investment Authority has a one-stop center. If you visit our EBs, you know that you can actually be able to establish your company and register it even before you've come into the country. But we are happy that we are taking a different direction in terms of being a little more proactive, and we are meeting and visiting each other and talking about the critical areas that will help us to achieve the MDN3. And now, in terms of areas of critical engagement, in terms of our thinking was that whereas we, as Uganda Investment Authority, we lead in the promotion and facilitation and attraction of investment, it would be critical for us to have a feel of what we are taking to the DDI environment as we also prepare the FDIs that would want to come into the country. From an SME perspective, the key areas that we have on the table, I'll talk about 3 key areas. One is agricultural, industrialization of the agricultural sector. We do know that India manufactures a lot of different ranges of improvement and mechanization of agriculture in different ranges. And that is a critical area for us to be able to discuss and to be able to engage in. The second, from the SME perspective, is that as we develop industrial and business parks, it is a critical agenda of this government that we look at the young population of Uganda, the youth unemployment, and begin to see how we can, through technology transfer, begin to improve the employability and also the creation of job for the youth in their states. In terms of the SDG 3s, we look at women as a very critical component of investment, and the authority within the industrial parks allocate space that is available for partnerships in terms of developing workspaces for SMEs and also technology transfer spaces. And last but not least, as we begin to strengthen our manufacturing sector, it is obvious that it is going to bring in some import substitution, but in the long run, we will have enough products to export. So I think those are synergies that we can straight away pick up on. And our thinking is that we start by looking at trade visits to understand exactly what can be the quick wins and the future opportunities. The second is that we begin to look at processes and timelines of these activities. Now, before I close off, if you notice that I spent most of my time looking at the SME area, I would like to invite my colleague Martin to specifically look at the opportunities that India has in terms of FDI attraction into the country, and I think he will also be able to speak to 1 or 2 areas that Rajiv did mention. Thank you. Martin, please.
Thank you, Winnie. This is a very good engagement that will enhance the trade and investment relationship between India and Uganda. In addition to what Winnie has presented, allow me to highlight 3 key benefits that will come out of this engagement. Number 1, Uganda has a broad range of profitable investment opportunities. A broad range of profitable investment opportunities. And I would like to share with you quickly our website. Probably, I don't know whether this can be seen. Can you see this? This is our website, web portal. Okay, it is www.ugandainvest.go.ug. That is a web portal for Uganda Investment Authority. On that web portal, we have put on this web portal all the profitable opportunities that are available for the Indian investors. Please visit this website and you'll be able to access the investable, profitable investable opportunities. We've made many studies to show the profitability of these projects. So you can visit it for the interest of time and you get the opportunities. The second area related to what I've mentioned is that Uganda has rich incentive regime, a very rich incentive regime. The record on this incentive regime is also on the website. So I cannot go through the whole incentive package, but it is on the website. The third benefit of this relationship is that we have excellent and complete services available at our website. And we have a website where the services are available is www.ebiz. Ebiz is E-B-I-Z, ebiz.go.ug. I think Win, for the benefit of this engagement, please share on screen the two websites I've mentioned, the ugandainvest.go.ug and ebiz.go.ug. Now, ebiz is where we conduct the registration. ebiz is where we facilitate our investors, both foreign and domestic. So all the information, for the interest of time, is available there. Now, in terms of the benefits the Indian investors are going to get from Uganda is that, if you allow me to make a quick comment, is that Uganda is still growing in terms of manufacturing and processing, adding value to most of our products. For example, if I use the agriculture sector, we do a lot of commercial farming, but when it comes to processing and manufacturing and adding value, we depend on the machinery that adds value. We depend on India for most of the machinery. For example, let me give an example. In agriculture, we use tractors. So tractors, we use India to support our machinery. Equipment, all the equipment in commercial farming, we depend on agriculture and China. So it is this kind of collaboration that will help us to link with manufacturers of machinery for the agriculture sector, support our manufacturing, support our commercial farming, and then we create value. That's one area that we will highly depend on the Indian investors to give us machinery to add value. The other component where we shall benefit from India in terms of this relationship is pharmaceutical, the pharmaceutical industry. The most of our drugs come from India, the drugs that we consume and we use in Uganda. So now we want to go further and see how the Indian investors in pharmaceutical industry can also set up and create value from Uganda, for example, by using our local hubs and transforming them from the local hubs into the medicine that we consume. We have a lot of hubs here, but they are not processed. So how can we attract the investors in the pharmaceutical industry of India to come here and create value using our local hubs? I think that's one of the areas that we can also benefit from the Indian investors. So there is many and many and many. So I would request that we look through our website, see the investment opportunities, and then we can increase and enhance the engagement to create value for both countries. Thank you very much. Madam Win, over to you. Kindly share the website.
I have shared both on the chat, so everybody has that. I want to thank Martin for that. Before I make the conclusion, Yvonne is here with us, and she is the direct investment executive in charge of the Indian area. Yvonne, would you like to add anything? Yvonne?
Thank you, Winnie. Thank you, Winnie. In addition to what Martin and Winnie have said, we are interested in providing support and facilitation for investors from India to ensure that we're able to set up as fast and as easily as possible. We organize for them meetings with other actors in the economic sector whose activities are critical or crucial for the success of their investments. We also consider on case-by-case basis to see what kind of incentives would work for who, and also network with small and medium enterprises to ensure that the environment of business is efficient so that the investments can take off as fast as possible. So, but that sometimes you find that there are laws in Uganda which we think are okay, but when someone from India or far away comes, they begin to point that certain things may not actually work. So at Uganda Investment Authority, we advise government on economic policies that support investment, and we also run a round table, which is a platform where investors are able to express their concerns, and we, as Uganda Investment Authority, are able to take up these concerns and share them with government and advise government on how best investors from India can be supported. In addition to the advice and the facilitation, sometimes when the investors are engaging in business in Uganda, they sort of face investor conflicts with either other agencies or with other fellow investors. Once an investor is licensed with Uganda Investment Authority, Uganda Investment Authority mediates between them and these other conflicting parties. Sometimes the conflict is just as a result of a misunderstanding, or sometimes it's actually a substantial complaint. So as Uganda Investment Authority, we also play that major role. So we look forward to facilitating investment from India, but we also look forward to supporting investment or business linkages between investors from India and our domestic investors within Uganda. Thank you. Over to you, Winnie.
Okay, thank you so much. As I wind off, I think we from the SME perspective is a specialist in that we cannot but overemphasize the need for cottage industry machinery, in terms of machinery that would directly come out of India, or even to support some of the assembling of this machinery in-house, because Uganda Investment Authority provides facilities in terms of land, space for setup of industries under our industrial and business park opportunities. But also specifically as a country, I think we still are lacking in the area of packaging, packaging for produces. So that is a critical one. We believe that is one that is directly linked into job creation and GDP growth. So I'd like to thank you so much, Rekma. I would like to hand the talk back to you. And we are open to any discussions, questions that may come to help us come with a more concrete way forward as we conclude this discussion.
I think Rekha ji, can you start?
Hello. May I request? May I ask Ambassador Kazara Mohammed, sir? Can you please put your views and further action plan?
I beg your pardon? I lost you. Oh, okay.
Please unmute yourself.
His Excellency, please unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself and...
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Your Excellency.
Good evening.
Thanks for the turn up, the participation, and the presentation so far made. And I would like to extend special gratitude to India Industries Association for the proposal you made to the High Commissioner to start this partnership between the two communities, between the two countries. That proposal is so recent, just August last year, and 6 months down the road, we have been able to move this far. We've held a number of meetings virtually and in boardrooms, and we are having one right now. As far as I'm concerned, I think today's meeting is more of a planning meeting. You'll recall that when we visited Noida for a seminar, we interested you to come and visit Uganda so you appreciate the terrain, and you also get the opportunity to hear from more technical people, the Winnies, the Yvonnes. There are quite a number of them. We have a lot of cerebral material in that area who will help you to navigate the process. The presentation, me, Madam Sophia, and my other colleagues, the Tony, the James, was more of Isa. We talked to you in the diplomatic sense, and we promised that when you come to Uganda, you'll get more technical people who will address you in the business sense. People in the military will tell you that there is no war which has ever been won by the Air Force. However heavy the aerial bombardments, whatever the number of bombs they drop on the enemy from the air, the infantry must get on the ground. They were successful. So these are the meetings we are having right now. You can look at them in that perspective of that analogy of the military warfare. Finally, we need the team to get on the ground to be able to appreciate the business situation obtaining. IIA has already written to Uganda Investment Authority, and they have submitted a list of their delegation. They have also explained the areas of interest for every member of the delegation. And I think at this stage, IIA is still waiting to hear from Uganda Investment Authority or from government of Uganda, how prepared we are to receive them in the last week of April. Is it too early? Or it is late? We can even receive them next week. Winnie, the last time we had a meeting at UIA, the team also expressed interests to visit India, and we relayed the same to IIA upon return. Tentatively, we had thought of March. Does it still stand? Is March too early? Which delegation comes first, the Uganda delegation or the India delegation? At the beginning of this conversation, several months back, IIA sent a template of the memorandum of understanding to seal this partnership and guidance, how we are going to operate, and how we are going to relate to each other. How far have we gone with this MOU templates? Briefly, those are my few views. this evening, and I wish members good preparation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador. Miss Winnie, Sophie, would you like to add something? Sophie?
Not really. Hello? Yeah, I think
Sophie,
Ambassador.
would you like?
Yes, I think Ambassador has put it all right. I don't think I have much to add. We just need to understand from both sides how prepared we are to receive the delegation from this side, and also the delegation from India, how prepared are they to receive the delegation from Uganda? So really from me, it's not much.
Okay, thank you so much. So much, Sophie. I just want to react to the information that we have received from the ambassador. In terms of planning, Uganda Investment Authority is well in progress in terms of the planning. We have not yet received, though, the letter from IIA of the delegation. And as soon as we receive that, we can assure you that we will process it, because the request will not be new to what the mandate requirements of this organization is. Now, in reference to the travel by the Ugandan delegation in March, that still needs to have an in-house discussion together with Ministry of Foreign Affairs and other stakeholders, because a critical stakeholder who is not in this discussion today is the Ministry of Trade, and we need to get them on board. In terms of the MOU, we are looking at the MOU, which was sent by RECA, and we will look at it, and we are still trying to see areas that may have been left out, and that will be sent back to her to discuss that with the team before we do the final state of the MOU. Now, in terms of any other area of discussion, we can assure the delegation from India and the team from India and the embassy that UIA will have a Team Uganda discussion to see how best to handle this activity. From Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we have Mrs. Joyce Onek. I think she would be able to add some comments in this discussion as the Team Uganda, begin to think about this activity. If we can allow Ms. Joyce to come in at this stage and give her comments on.
Yeah, please. Please.
You're muted. Please
unmute yourself.
I think she's connecting to audio, so she should. Yeah.
Yeah, please, connected.
She is not audible. The audio is not.
Joyce, can you pick? Are you using a computer? Can you pick computer audio? I think you're muted again. While Joyce comes on board, I don't know if Martin has one or two things to add here. Martin?
Thank you very much, Winnie. My only comment is one. His Excellency the Ambassador has raised the 4 issues which you have addressed. Delegation from India to Uganda, delegation from Uganda to India, template on the memorandum of understanding and the letter from IEA. What what I would want us to agree on, both of us, in this engagement, is the issue of time.
Yes.
Why don't we set timelines in each activity or action plan that we have drawn, and then we conclude on it. Even if we don't meet the timelines, then we would have a reason and an explanation. For example, the issue of involving stakeholders from Uganda to India is very paramount. When we talk of a visit to India, then we shall talk of Uganda Investment Authority, we shall talk of export promotion, board members, we shall talk of officials from Ministry of Trade. That can be worked out. But I think for the interest of time, let's agree on the timelines. And if we don't meet the timelines, we have the explanation for that. Thank you very much. Over to you, Winnie.
Okay. I think you did hear the times where they were proposing March for the Ugandan delegation. And then April for the Indian delegation coming in. In our discussion, when we had the ambassador and Miss Sophie, there was an understanding that we may, as a country, want to look at specific things that we drive because of what we want to benefit from India. And that is why there was the proposal that the delegation from Uganda visits around March, and the Indian delegation then follows that up in April, which will also come up with an exhibition to show the activity, the areas of of interest. It's not just a trade delegation, but it would come with some kind of exhibition. Thank you. Madam Joyce, are you okay now to unmute? Oh dear. Okay, maybe you can just send us your comments in message and everybody will be able to hear that. And back to you, Raquel.
Okay, Miss Winnie, actually, I just wanted to know, we were in this impression that your delegation is coming in March, and our will be in April last week. First of all, to hand over the list of the companies who are planning to visit, we just wanted to understand what all areas you are looking for from India, what all kind of products you are looking from India, so that we will ask those members to plan their visit.
Rakma, thank you so much. I'll ask you to give us probably a week to be, to come up with what, because we still need to get the stakeholder meeting in place, especially when we look at Uganda Export Promotion Board, Ministry of Trade, to be able to agree on their areas of focus, and then also to include the Uganda Investment Direction of where we would like to have that. So I think probably it is a good one for us to say that if we can communicate, get information back to you by in a week's time, and a week, that means by Tuesday next week, we can then be able to see what areas of what areas we are looking at, the type of delegation we are expecting, and the plans that would would like to have, so that we can do it. But I'm beginning to see that maybe March is pushing too close. And my proposal would be that if we were to be traveling, maybe we look at maybe a planning of 6 weeks. Martin, from your experiences, 6 weeks a good time of thinking, and that would mean that the delegation from Uganda would be looking at traveling towards mid-April. That is immediately after Easter break, I think.
That's okay.
May I come in at this point?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Madam Winnie.
Guide us on the timelines that you, from an experience, investment promotion and facilitation. Give us some timelines that we can work with.
Okay, I can't specify the timelines, but let's look at the 3rd and 4th week of March, because we have so many other issues to consult about, the protocols that surround COVID-19, and many other issues. But we are talking about the 3rd or 4th week of March. We shall give specific dates as you proposed.
Okay, third, is that for the Ugandan delegation travel?
The Uganda delegation to India.
Okay.
Now, allow me also.
Mr. Martin, it's 4th week of March.
Of March. Let's look at that.
Okay,
and Madam Win should be able to give specific details after consultation with other stakeholders.
Okay.
Now, let me answer directly to Madam's question about the areas that you were asking, because you needed comfort on that. Now, Madam Winnie highlighted our key priority sectors following the Uganda's National Development Plan and the Strategic Plan of Uganda Investment Authority, which will not differ from whatever we shall be coming for. The first area is agriculture. And our focus here should be value addition, manufacturing, that could be equipment, machinery, or all the investors who are in the agro value chain. That will be our major focus. We cannot get away from that. The second area, I can see, Madam, you are raising your hand. You have any question before I proceed?
Yeah, Mr. Martin, is that I appreciate if this information you can send us on an email, so that it will be more convenient for us to make a presentation for our members, that these are the areas where the Ugandans are looking for the investment or trade or whatever. You just can you please send these information with the mail?
No problem.
Yeah,
that is much better for the interest of time. Yeah. That's okay.
I would like to add here. Well, meanwhile, since we wait for their information, parallelly we can ask our industry members who are interested. So it will be easy to collate and find the common areas. Meanwhile,
that's what I was discussing with President Sir. Can we circulate a message between our members who all are interested to putting up their industry or to joint venture or to for the trade? Can we circulate a message in our member? That was I was discussing with the both the authorities.
Yes, Rekhaji, please go ahead, because this is needed. As Mr. Rajiv also told, he indicated, because you see, now we have to plan aggressively, and whatever needed from our side and from Uganda side, we must explain everything very clearly, very transparently. I think Mr. Martin has whatever he says, it should be started today itself.
Right.
And you can do anything which you require. You see, you can circulate among the member who are interested in the field. And next step is our delegation to Uganda. That should also be, planned from today itself. Then only this, because the time is not very, it is only hardly 2 months' time. So we must start doing it. And whatever the things are coming, you can say we have a lot of confusion, a lot of information to get from other side. So this, I think you start doing it. And HO office will support you in all respect. If you have to send it to anyone, any letter to embassy, to Uganda, so you can get a lot of, assistance from the office itself. Okay, Ms. Rekha?
Yeah. Thank you, sir. May I ask Ms. Munavi what all time we required for the preparation to coming to Uganda? Like what all formalities we need to follow? Because it will be a 30 members delegation. So what all preparation we have to do?
Before Yvonne comes in, I would like to request Sophie, if that copy of the letter is there, if they can send it to us on email, then we can look at the delegations and also begin to look at, timelines. And Yvonne will respond now, but it would also be prudent that we send an email to see that that activity is happening. And I think it's also important because we also have Madam Joyce Onek here. And once that we have that email, we can then begin to start planning on those activities. Yvonne, over to you.
Rekhaji, I would like to add here, for both the delegations, Indian delegation to India and Indian delegation to Uganda, please also look after the COVID protocols at the airport. If in case there is any quarantine period or any, so that please plan that as well. Number two.
Yeah, definitely.
Ugandan delegation is planning to come in the 4th week of March in India. So just keep a note that it is a Holy Week and it is a more or less a holiday period. Accordingly, just keep the dates in mind. Thank you.
Yeah, right.
Once you get a detailed program, Rekha ji, I think we can plan accordingly, Rajiv ji.
Yeah, fine. I just wanted to recollect everybody that that's a holy time.
Actually, Rajiv is telling very correctly. From 25th to 31st March, it would be a festive period as well as the closing of our financial year.
Yes.
So most of the industries and industries will be engaged. So I think it should not be from 25th to 31st.
So first week of April would be a better choice.
Yes.
Yeah, Miss Winnie, please take care of that.
It's well noted. First week of April, well noted. Thank you.
Okay. And when Indian delegate goes to Uganda,
would that mean that you still are able to travel the last week of April? When were you planning to travel?
That is okay. What I'm asking is, what would be the itinerary? And how long it will, you will arrange this tour for our delegates?
Can I respond
to whom we are going to meet, what industries or ministers we are going to visit, and what
can I respond?
What is the outlines? We must know the outlines so that we can convey to our members, and that would be more convenient to visit.
Can I respond, Rekha?
Please.
Hello? Can I respond?
Yes, please.
Yes, yeah.
Would need to give it about, would need to know who is coming, and then would need about 10 days to organize the meetings. And because there'll be different people from different sectors, we need to appreciate who will want to be in which meeting, so that we make an itinerary which is good for each and every party who will be attending those meetings. And then on your side, you need to provide at least 5 working days for these visits, so that you're able to have at least 2 meetings a day for 5 days. And these 5 days should be during the week. Say you should plan to arrive on a Sunday and probably leave either on Friday night or Saturday morning.
Okay.
And most of the time, the delegation, when the delegates come to Uganda,
a week's time delegation.
Yes, most of the time when you come, they like to be able to visit some entertainment places and do some tourism. So we also need to incorporate that depending on who is coming and what they would like to see. Okay. But usually 5 days is good.
So for that, we first require what type of industry you require there, or traders?
Yeah, that information we are looking from
like
Mr.
Martin said, that machinery and equipment for agriculture.
Yes, pharmaceuticals, healthcare for both human and animal medicine. We also would like to have people interested in agro processing, and also manufacture of.
Martin was telling regarding the pharmaceuticals.
Yes, pharmaceutical for both human and animal health.
Yes.
Yeah. and equipment, small equipment, especially for the SMEs.
Ms. Monavi, what type of industries you are installing there nowadays? Like sugar industry or rice industry, rice mills, paper mills, what type of industry are coming there in Uganda?
We have several sugar mills. We also have rice processing industries. Yes. We also have cotton processing, making cotton for medicinal purposes.
Yes.
Beg your pardon?
Cotton fibers, I think you were telling?
Cotton balls.
Balls, okay.
Cotton for medicinal purposes. We also have a few processing metals, processing gold and precious metals, and we mainly look into that manufacturing and packaging. Packaging is really important. Okay. So anybody interested in doing packaging would be given high priority. Okay. The other industries would be interested in are those that will be able to manufacture here and export to external markets beyond the ESC. So if anybody is looking at those larger markets, would really be interested in hosting them as an investment destination.
Sure.
Okay. So
thank you. Okay, so I think we have had a very long and good interaction. Mr. President, Pankaj, would you like to say something before closing the meeting?
Ashwani ji, this is very good discussion, and I also feel the same, that we must discuss to the ground reality, to the ground level.
Yes.
What we really we need to explain to the counterpart, means Uganda, and this is of course very essential also. We must clarify the field where we can go for visit, not only in this but in the future also, because export-import bilateral relationship is to be maintained. So, and we want to maintain for a longer time in win-win situation for both the parties. So my intention is, whatever we plan today, I would like to, say Rekha ji also, whenever we take any program and we, detail the programs, and then we should discuss our members also who are going to visit Uganda, or from Uganda, if they are coming, we must know each and everything, so that in advance we can plan
accordingly.
So this I want to say, and very nice deliberations among all of us. I extend my heartiest gratitude to all of our distinguished guests, our honorable ambassador, the others dignitaries who are here, those who have given a lot of information to us, and regularly this interaction will help us in creating a new era for Uganda-India relationship. As we know, since long we are in very strong bonding, but today we need in business also, culturally we are very close to each other. So in so many other fields like technology development, like quality and testing and other type of things which are needed today globally. So those things are required, and this is the need today. So if we can share our these things to each other, definitely we will be benefited. Both the countries will be benefited. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Pankaj. And now, at last, I request Ms. Rekha to present a vote of thanks, as she is organizing all these meetings and she knows each and everyone very well. I request Ms. Rekha to, I ask her to come for a vote of thanks. Ms. Rekha.
So, Sophie wants to say something.
Sophie, you need to unmute.
Yes, thank you for giving me the last opportunity. I'm just wanting, I would like to remind Ms. Reka that as Uganda High Commission, what we only received was letter of intent and the draft MOU. We have not received the list of delegation, the list of the proposed list of the delegation that are supposed to be in that group that is traveling to Uganda. So we request the IIA office to avail us the list so that this list will facilitate the government departments back in Uganda to plan and properly prepare to receive this delegation. But as per now, we have not received that list. So I request that we should be given that list on time so that we send it to Uganda Investment Authority that will facilitate their meetings while they're in Uganda preparing to receive this delegation. Thank you.
So thank you so much, Sophie. So before ending up, I just wanted to conclude the main points of the meeting. One list of the selected sectors where the investment are required from India. The list will be provided by the Department of Ms. Penny. Second, we will provide the tentative program to the embassy so that they can plan our itinerary and let us know how things will be turn up and to whom all we are planning to meet. As we said, we are interested to sign up a MOU with the Uganda Investment Board as well as the local National Chamber of Commerce of Uganda. So please make sure that these two activities should be in our itinerary. Thank you very much to each and everyone. Let's make this happen. We are very much waiting to receive you all in India and waiting to meet you soon. Thank you very much, each and everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Sophie.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Namaste.
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 Bye.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.